There's a heavy police presence in Brisbane today as the world's most powerful leaders begin to converge on the city for the G20 summit. Live now to Nine's Sean Power. Sean, who's already arrived?
Well, Belinda, a delegation from Saudi Arabia touched down this morning at the Brisbane airport. The first real test as the countdown to G20 begins here. And for residents in our CBD, when they woke this morning, what has been described as a ring of steel has now been erected around the Brisbane Convention Centre. Some 3 kilometres of galvanised steel, as well as perspex and some other temporary fencing, make up an incredibly fierce show of force to ensure that no one would be able to make their way into that restricted zone. The Convention Centre, of course, will be home to delegates from around the world, where 20 of the most powerful leaders will arrive, as well as some from the UN and the World Bank, as they debate the top issues on the international agenda at the moment. But today, what's emerged were rumours after online anarchist groups suggested they may use burqas to try and disrupt police during these protests and confuse them to hide and conceal their identities. Now, some of the top police officers in the state today have addressed this issue, and this is what they've had to say.
If they're in a restricted area and we have a reason to, have them searched, and there are a number of searches, they will be dealt with in a very, very sensitive and cultural way. It is just the largest, event that we've ever hosted in this country before.
Belinda, there will be around 6,000 officers right across the CBD, keeping an eye on everything as it unfolds. A new list of prohibited items comes into effect today as well. It means members of our state here in the exclusion zone, as well as the restricted red zone, won't be able to carry things like frozen eggs and kites, household items that could be perceived to be a threat. It comes after weeks of training, Black Hawks hovering over our city. It really is a really rare and exceptional set of circumstances as the G20 just gets closer. We'll have more details in our bulletin at 6 o'clock tonight.